All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are live with another session of Transformation 360. So today I have another special guest. Now, this is the first time I'm doing an interview with Kurat, and I'm going to tell you something about her, of how I got in touch with her. She's the first person that has added fitness coaching plus mental health coaching. फर्स्ट टाइम इन दोनों के कॉम्बिनेशन के ऊपर आई एम डूइंग अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन 360. So Kurat, how are you?
I am good, Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm doing good. So Kurat, can you tell me why? The first question is, why did you choose to do the NLP practitioner program in the first place?
I had been reading a lot about NLP, and I have a friend also by the name of Fahad who is an
Yeah.
NLP master practitioner also. So
Yes.
I asked him in detail how it's going to, help me grow personally as well as professionally and the benefits that I might get from it. And then he got me in touch with you. When I
Yeah.
talked to you in that detail session, you told me how it's going to benefit me and my career also. So I decided, why not go for it? It was going to be an added advantage, and I can
Yeah.
already see how it's an added advantage in my career.
Good. Okay.
Hmm.
So, how did you make the decision? We had a good conversation because a lot of people, they are interested in the program. They
Hmm.
want to do
Hmm.
it, but there's this one thing
Hmm.
that's missing.
Hmm.
Take that change, take that step, because it requires an investment. How did you
Hmm.
decide that? Okay, this is the time, because remember, it was February. I remember
Hmm.
February ke andar batch tha, we were talking in the month of January. COVID was
Yes.
still there. It
Yes.
was a sort of lockdown.
Yes.
How did you make that decision?
Being a business person, because I'm an entrepreneur also, our minds are tuned to, weigh the costs and benefits of anything that we want to get into. So
Yeah.
while I was evaluating NLP, I saw that it may be a big investment, but I did see that it's going to pay off really well in the long run, not only professionally. Moreover, I felt that it was going to have an impact on me as a person. So, when your mind frame is constantly evolving and you're able to, reap benefits of something, to reframe your mind frame every time it's required, then it improves you as a person, and eventually it's going to translate that improvement into whatever you're doing, improving your productivity, the way you view things, the way you interact with people, the way you interact with environment. So this is something that's not going to stop till I'm alive. Till my last breath, it's going to benefit me, and eventually I will go see the results in my business and whatever I do. So that is why I thought that it's going to be some investment that I'm not making only to earn money, but to be a better person constantly and to have a really, really good relationship, especially with my own self.
Wow.
Because this is where people lack. When they don't have a very good relationship with their own self, nothing that they are doing is making them happy. They don't see any productivity, nothing at all. So that was one thing that I felt, okay, bhai, this is worth the investment. I should be
This is,
doing that.
yeah. Okay. You spoke about two things. You talk about personal life and the professional life. Can you tell me the specific changes that happen in your personal life and
Hmm.
in your professional life after doing the NLP program?
There are certain emotions in our lives that we hold on to right from the beginning, or from somewhere, some point in life. Sometimes people have some issues in their teenagers. While when we are in growing ages, we tend to develop conflicts with either the environment or with our own selves or with our own people. I had that kind of a conflict with somebody I love and somebody very close to me. And as a result, I developed severe anger. Before NLP, I used to think that I was born an angry bird. I mean, this is
Okay.
what I am labeled as in my family, because we used to feel that genetically we have a genetic predisposition towards anger as an emotion. But after NLP, I realized that it was not true. Nobody can be born angry. Like nobody is born a bad person. I wasn't born angry, right? So when I got into NLP, a very, very, what can I say? Anger is not a good emotion to hold on to, right? So
Yeah, 100%.
NLP through NLP, I got rid of it. How? There's an intervention in NLP that is a
Yeah,
timeline therapy. I
yeah,
volunteered for it and I
yes,
went through it for anger as an emotion. And that one intervention, it did last for a bit longer.
yeah,
uh, First, I was, Arslan personally did that intervention for me, and it transformed the way I was looking at things for past so many years. I mean, when now I sit down and think, and I'm like, okay, what the hell was I thinking? I mean, why was I holding on to it for so long? Because that
yeah,
one factor I feel had blocked all of the windows and doors through which I would have been able to see things differently. I would have been able to make peace with ecology of other people. And I had become very, very self centered when it came to anger because I felt that everything was about me. I was forgetting that I live in a world and there are people around, there's environment, and we need to look at things from everybody's perspective rather than
okay,
thinking that, okay, this thing is making me angry. We need to learn to think, why is the person behaving in a certain way, why
wow,
am I reacting in a certain way. So this is how I think NLP helped me get rid of my anger issues and helped me take a step ahead in my anger management. I won't say that my anger went away, it did not, but I learned how to manage it. I
okay,
learned how to, what questions to ask myself whenever I became angry, and how to look at things from everybody else's perspective. So
wow,
that was one thing that happened with
beautiful
me
put.
in my personal life. And
And in
as
terms
for
of profession,
my profession as a health coach, for my profession as a health coach, I as a health coach also, and I have another business also, so I had the same issue in both of my businesses, especially the health coaching business, because I'm a certified fitness trainer and internationally certified fitness trainer. What I used to see in people whenever I got clients, they had certain beliefs about their own selves, about their own bodies. For example, obviously a lot of people come to the gym to lose weight. Nobody ever came to the gym to become healthy. I mean, what
okay,
kind of a notion is this? You should opt for something to be healthy, not to lose weight. And when you ask them, why do you want to lose weight? There was no them in it. People always
okay,
said, all right, my husband doesn't like it. People used to say that people are body shaming me and it hurts. This is one thing which was personal. Yes, it's about me. I want to get rid of that hurt. But when you say that I want to lose weight so that people see me a certain way, nobody ever said I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy and I want to look a certain way because it will make me happy. It will make me feel good. And when you
wow,
come with a mentality of pleasing somebody else who is not you can't be consistent with that routine. It will feel like hard work and effort. But if you think about it, that how it's going to change you as a person, help you evolve, it doesn't look like work. You enjoy doing it. So I have never had clients who actually enjoyed working out, putting in so much effort and then you're like, I don't want to do it. Why? Because you were doing it for somebody else for the very wrong reasons.
wow. Okay,
Yeah.
this was very interesting. You said you're a health coach, yeah, and you
Hmm.
get clients like that. I want you to give me more examples of clients. You gave me one example where people come for body shaming. They want to
Hmm.
lose weight so that people don't body shame them. Can
Hmm.
you give me more about it? Because a lot of people don't understand the relation between health coaching and mental health. That they go
Yeah.
side by side. Yeah. So I want you
They
to
don't go
elaborate on
side by side. They go together.
that.
There
Okay,
has to be a link between the two. Why? Let me tell you why. Because
sure.
your brain is just like a teacher or a facilitator that is giving you instructions,
Okay.
and based on those instructions, your digestive system specially is functioning. Okay, we might have heard that whenever somebody says that I have a headache, people ask you one thing, are you sleeping? And the second thing they ask you, is your diet proper? I mean, we never thought about it. What is the link between diet proper and other things? So baat ye hai that your brain, if your brain is not healthy, if it's disturbed, it is going to send the wrong signals to your stomach. If your cortisol levels are elevated, it's going to disturb other secretions of your gut. If your gut is secreting something which is required in less quantity, and the other thing which is required in high quantity, it's secreting it less. What is it going to do? It's going to disrupt your entire fitness routine. Whatever you're
Wow.
eating, it's not going to function the way it should. For example, if you want to go to defense and I give you the map directions to go to Gulshan, for example, it won't be your fault.
Yeah.
It would be my fault. I need to correct the way I function. So you need to correct the way your brain is functioning. You need to look after your mental health so that your physical health is okay. You're getting my point?
It's a very interesting
We
answer. I've never looked at that way. I've never heard it that way. Even this is the first time someone is explaining to me, okay, what's your physical body got to do with mental health? Yes, I've seen a lot of things,
Yes,
but never seen
yes.
anyone do it like this.
That is why,
So,
see, when we are not sleeping properly, our cortisols are so elevated that no matter what we eat, no matter how much we work out, we will never be fit. If you're not managing your sleep, if you're not managing the way your brain works, for example, active rest the brain needs is between 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. This is when your brain or your body repairs itself. Your brain needs rest. Cortisol levels come down, other repair hormones they are released, and till 4 a.m. you everything inside the body is repaired. And to repair, you need to give your brain some rest. If it's healthy, it's going to repair it in a healthy way. And if your brain is not healthy, your mental health is screwed up, it's not going to give the repairing instructions properly. Now you get my point.
wow, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
what about so many people? I've seen so many people that they work out,
Hmm.
but they've
Hmm.
never. And you said it, work out for the wrong reasons, right? What then? So I've seen people. This is an example, common example that I have a lot of anger, and I put
Hmm.
all the energy, all the anger into working out,
Hmm.
and that
Hmm.
gives me that care. Is this the right
Hmm.
approach?
It is, for example, see, anger is an emotion and it's
Yeah,
energy, right?
yeah,
You can channelize that energy for the right thing, but that thing will be right only if you have the right reason to do so. If your reason is wrong, how are you going to channelize the energy in the right way? You need to have the right reason behind that. For
yeah.
example, I had a client who used to think that she had genetic disposition towards obesity because she had a family history of being obese. She was body shamed, so she had anger and hurt because of that. She stepped into the gym with utmost dedication that I want to lose weight, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And then I was like, it's very good to see somebody this motivated, but why do you want to do that? I am going to, so that everybody, nobody is able to body shame me ever. I was like, okay, what else? What else is the reason? How would you feel? I would feel good. Why would you feel good? Because nobody would body shame me. Okay. What about the body? How about the body and this all work is going to make you happy? She had no answer to that. I mean, such so much effort, so much hard work, so that you are not hurt by what others say. She could. Then I told her, I was like, see, your body belongs to you first. It will
Yes.
listen to you first. It needs to make you happy, and Other than the client, I will share my story with you. I was
Sure.
obese.
Okay.
I am genetic. We have genes that make us obese, but I have stopped believing in it because I have ditched my genes. Okay.
Good.
So, yeah, we had a genetic disposition. I never believed that it's because of my genes that I was fat. Okay. People had body shamed me, people had bullied me, but I was a different mindset altogether right from the beginning. And I used to say, whatever I feel about myself will make me happy. No labels can take that happiness away from me. But there did come a time, like I had been working out since I was 18 years old, but
Wow.
nothing worked on me. Nothing. I kept getting obese. And when, after so many years, I figured out a way, and Allah Ta'ala definitely helped me, I lost 20 kgs and they never came back. People tend to lose weight
Wow. And
quickly,
then it comes back.
then it comes
Yes.
back. But my weight never came back, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you've transformed yourself." And I was like, "No, I don't like it." And they were like, "What? You have become so slim. Your size has dropped drastically. Like you had been so big and huge, and now you are the ideal figure." And I said, "No, I don't like it because I have lost my curves." And everybody was like, she is crazy. Everybody is dying to get the body she has, but she's saying, I don't like it. I was like, if I don't like what I see in the mirror because it was my effort, then the effort is not worth it. I
Because you
am not
made it
going to
about
stay.
yourself. I like it that you took responsibility and you made it about yourself.
Exactly.
Because
Yes. And
if it's for there, and I think that's the right reason that we would want people to do coaching, whether you
yes,
go to the gym or whether you take personal coaching or professional coaching. I think I
yes.
like that approach, and thank you so much for sharing your story. I think
Mhm.
a lot of people I think a lot of people call us in that they go through these kind of things, and that's why they do the program, that's why they go to
Yes,
the gym, but they're not
yes.
working on themselves, they're not doing it
That's,
for
yeah.
themselves. I think that's one thing that you've highlighted.
Yeah, because NLP teaches us that perception is projection. If
Right.
you don't love stuff about yourself, how are you expecting others to love anything about yourself, or even to how are you going to empower anybody else? Right?
Wow.
So that will
Rightly said.
then I put on some muscle, I develop the kind of body I like. And then when people see the before and after me, I have never seen anybody saying, "Oh my God, what have you done? You were so smart." No, everybody says, "Oh my God, we like these curves."
Okay.
So, see, people started, people's opinion changed because they saw me that I was least bothered about how they wanted me to be. I am somebody who's going to decide what's best for me.
Wow.
So that is what I give to my clients also, that this is what you need to do.
This is very interesting. I've
Hmm.
never seen anyone explain these kind of things because jitne bhi, so many people I've interviewed people. I think I've interviewed Far as well. Even he mentioned that yes, people come to lose weight. I've never seen someone that want to lose weight and then say no, I
Hmm.
don't like it. I want the
Yeah.
body the way I want it, and I'm
Yes.
gonna work towards it because it's
Yes.
for me. That is
Yes.
something really powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy. So Kurat, you were in the program. Let's come back to the program. You went through the timeline therapy of anger. You went through a lot of intervention. I think you were participative as well. We got really
Yes.
really positive feedback from you.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What happened then? About the program complete year, and
Hmm.
you came out.
Hmm.
What changed your personal life? What exactly happened after the program? Because people ask me this question. कि ठीक है यार,
Hmm.
10 days is a short period
Hmm.
of time. बट उसके बाद
Hmm.
आपके प्रोसेस क्या चेंज हुए?
Well, the period might be short. 10 days is really a short period of time, but the amount of learning that we got in 10 days was immense. I would like to mention that we shouldn't be looking at 10 days. We should be looking at the kind of learning that we were getting, and hands-on experience also, because we were practically taught the interventions. Though the program was online, but the kind of participation and the kind of support from the team, and when I had volunteered, I think, for each and every intervention.
Yeah.
And then when we were part of the group and we had to conduct the intervention ourselves, I was very active participant there also, and learned a lot from others' experiences. And you won't believe, after coming out of NLP, or during NLP, I must say, I had been holding a grudge in my life for about, I must say, 15 years or something. Okay, 15 years
Wow.
or so with somebody very important to me. Obviously, you hold grudges with somebody who matters, right?
Yeah.
And I had always blamed that person for each and everything, not taking responsibility. I was never taking responsibility. I was always at effect, right? Always
Really well
blaming
said. Yeah.
and never taking responsibility, never even looking at how I made the situation worse or why was everything happening. Right, I think in the first day of NLP, when we were told about ecology, being in harmony with others, and I sat down and I was like, बर्बाद कर दी मैंने अपनी जिंदगी by having the kind of thinking that I had. Although I did come to that conclusion at one point in life that okay, it wasn't that person's fault, it was the situation that made matters worse. Still, I wasn't taking responsibility. I never said that okay, I might have done something to make the situation worse. But right in the first day of NLP, I was like, okay, what might that person be thinking when things were happening? Why was this actually happening? And it opened so many, ways to look at, I started observing things from his perspective, and then I put myself in their place, and I started visualizing what would I have done had I been in that place. What could have been the possible cause that a very, very good person did all these things, that I am holding a grudge against him. And the grudge was gone like this. I was like, it went like this. Where was NLP? I thought that I should have done it 10, 12 years ago, and I could have been a totally different person, in a positive way.
Believe me, a lot of people say that we wish that we have done this program maybe 5 years or 10 years back, and life would have been different.
Yeah.
You know, I,
Yes.
I, I especially like that you use the word and you accepted it, that
Yes.
you were blaming them, and
Yes.
then now you are taking responsibility. I think that's what NLP teaches the most. I think the
Yes.
basis of NLP is that you take responsibility. No matter what has
Yes.
happened in your life, just
Hmm.
take responsibility and then move forward.
Yes.
So well done, Kurat. I mean, uh, very few people understand it. Very
Hmm.
few people accept it. और उसको openly बताना, it
Hmm.
takes courage. It takes
Hmm.
courage. So hats off to you. I really enjoyed listening to this side of Kurat. So,
Hmm.
Kurat, now what? I know you want to venture into coaching, you want to venture
Hmm.
into fitness as well. What's the
Hmm.
next biggest challenge for Kurat? What's the focus for Kurat right now? Because I know you're going to work on fitness. You want to
Hmm.
work with females, you want to work with males that
Hmm.
want to change their life,
Hmm.
maybe it's physical change or mental change for themselves. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what
Hmm.
I've gathered. So, what's the future
Hmm.
for Kurat?
I think that I'm definitely there for each and everybody who wants to make a change in their life, be it mental change, be it a physical transformation. I am always there. I wouldn't want to handpick somebody and say, okay, if you don't want to do it for yourself, I'm not there to help you. No. As a coach, I feel it's my duty to give them that perspective. If they don't have that perspective, that's fine. I am there to give them this perspective to, view things in a different way. Because I have experienced once we start viewing things in a different way, the way we carry that out changes completely. The outcomes also change, the intentions also change, and changing the intention or making the intention, taking responsibility is really crucial, right? So once they take responsibility, I am there to listen to them, I am there to provide them with all the necessary steps, but they need to know that it's a process.
Yes.
Either they can work with me as a coach and take all the processes with me, transform their lives, or if somebody wants to, take a step ahead, they can go ahead and join NLP, bhai. I would recommend that for each and
Yeah.
everybody so that they are more aware of their own selves. For example, I think I was in a conversation with somebody, one of my friends, and he's my kind of a mentor also, and beautiful insights into matters of life, and somebody very, very different. Okay. His name is Farhan. So he has a totally different profession, but he tends to ask me questions like, an NLP practitioner, or even more
Really?
than that. He does. And I am sometimes really surprised, and I tell him, where do you bring all these questions from? And he's like, you shut up and you just answer me. So he asked something. I don't remember the question, but when I answered him, that see, I wish that more people are aware of their own selves. We aren't aware who we are, we aren't aware what we actually want, why do we want it, how are we going to go towards it, what impact it's going to have on me as a person or on others who are connected to me. Until we have answers to all these questions, we are living a shallow life. We are never going to be able to make peace with ecology of other people, with ecology of others environment. We're never going to be able to change our perspective, our internal growth, and our mind reframing of everything is going to be limited. We won't be able to reframe our mindsets, which actually NLP taught me how to reframe my mindset. No, so
That's
this is what I would like to help people with. Learn to reframe your mentality, and uh, a phrase that I have started using is reframe your internal fitness game and then win that game. If
reframe
you
your internal fitness game
internal fitness game, yeah, and
and
then
then
win the game.
win the game. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
So
very good thing. That's a very good
yeah.
line. And I liked it that you talk about being aware of it.
Hmm.
People ask me this question, what is NLP? I just say you become more aware.
Yeah.
Very simple. If someone wants
Yeah.
to just understand in few words, I say NLP is when you become aware of yourself. That's the
Hmm.
number one thing. You
Hmm.
talk about reframing your thoughts, which is
Hmm.
very important.
Hmm. Hmm.
People don't understand it. People don't understand the value of it unless they
Hmm.
attend the program, and then they get it. So one question now I want to ask: there are a lot of people that are in just this mindset that should we do it or should we do it? They're still in bother that we
Hmm.
should invest in a program for the practitioner and masters one, or should we wait? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say that waiting means I what I have learned in life is that waiting for tomorrow means that tomorrow never comes, right? So you need to make a decision. I won't say that jump into it right away. We don't do that ever. What we do is that they need to talk to people who have already been there. Okay, we tend to look for answers from google.com, but Google answers that are there on Google can be answered in a really better manner if they talk to either a certified practitioner. That could be me, that could be you, that could be anybody who's an NLP trainer, who's an NLP professional. For example, if you get fever and you aren't aware of the symptoms or anything, even Google can't tell you why you're experiencing this and what you need to do. So it's just like this. They need to talk to a professional, one, two, three, four, 10 professionals before they make a decision, but they need to do it now. First, they need to decide that yes, we want to do it, and they need to be aware of why actually. If
Yeah,
self improvement is the goal, if they want to be more aware of themselves, everybody knows, see, we are told a lot of things right from the beginning, like when we are children, that for example, a very small thing, we need to respect parents. If you ask them why, they have no answer. Because somebody is an adult, you need to respect them. Okay, what if a child does not understand it? You need to elaborate it. And the
Yeah.
child is going to look for answers. Until and unless they get satisfactory answers, they will never do it. They will say, okay, even if everybody else respects elders, and if I don't resonate with that elder, I am not going to respect them, which is not a good thing to do, right? So they are going to look for answers. So same applies to people. If they refrain from doing something which may be very very helpful, like I feel that some people, they actually 90% people need to get into NLP, because we have ajeeb kism ke mindsets that are trained on stuff that doesn't even make sense.
Yes.
When you get the knowledge that NLP gives you, it helps you make sense of a lot of things that you have learned in the past, and you make a decision to unlearn a lot of things, believe me.
Yeah.
Right? So
Very,
until and
very, very
unless,
rightly said. Unlearn a lot of things that have been taught,
yeah,
and we
yeah,
don't even know the reason. They just have
exactly.
been taught because that's the way things are. That's the frame that everyone gives. Like, this is how the
Yes,
world works. That's the frame
yes,
that we
yes.
get. How
Hmm.
can people get in touch with you, Kurat?
People can message me on my Instagram or my official Facebook, and my both the names are Get Fit with Kurat.
Get fit
Or
with. Okay.
yes, they can message me on my personal profile also, and they can ask me about either my health coaching, NLP, anything that they want. I am there to help with regards to anything that is related to NLP, because I have enrolled in the master's program as well.
Yeah, you are
So
there. Yeah.
I would want people to benefit from my knowledge and from my experience. As obviously as a health coach, I have had a lot of clients with lots of different stories, and everybody see has a different kind of a mindset, right? One more thing I would like to elaborate here is that uh, we keep saying that not anybody, everybody can be dealt with in the same way. So we never thought about it. Why? We always talked about it, okay, because everybody is of a different mindset. Yes, but the other thing is that everybody has different linguistic patterns,
Yes.
right? So this is
Okay.
what NLP
This is
taught
very
me.
interesting.
Yeah. For example, there are certain people who would say that I just don't feel anything. They repeatedly say this. It means that their linguistic is kinesthetic. Whatever you try to explain to them, that needs to give them a feel.
Yep.
Yeah, and if
Rightly
somebody
said.
says, no, I don't see any difference. So you need to use words that make them see things. So this is how you learn how to deal with different kind of people, because see, that is where we have clashes. That is where
Yep.
we have
100%.
disputes, right? So in order to avoid that dispute, everybody wants peace in their life.
Yeah.
So that
Rightly said.
dispute will go away once you know the linguistic of somebody, and that person is definitely going to make sense of what you are saying, and we will eliminate that possibility that person does not understand what I mean.
Yeah. That's
So
that's a
yeah.
good answer. Yeah, you have explained many concepts. I'm just gonna summarize all of those
Yeah.
concepts. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
being aware of it. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about being at cause, which is taking responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about a person's linguistic patterns. We talk about how to communicate with people. I think the
Mm-hmm.
most important lesson is that if you're doing NLP, do it for yourself.
Yes.
If you're getting
Yes.
fit, do it for yourself, not what the
Yes.
other person's saying, not what your family thinks, not what anyone else thinks. You are the most important person for you. I think
Yes.
if we summarize all of this, what you said, that you should be the most important person for you.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Kurat. I got really, really good insights about
Mm-hmm.
how NLP has impacted you, what
Mm-hmm.
kind of things you have changed. I think you are on the way to become a terrific coach. I'm
Yes.
excited to see you in the
Mm-hmm.
master's program, and all of the people that are seeing. We're having our NLP practitioner program in the month
Mm-hmm.
of June. It is 15th
Okay.
of June till 24th of June. The master's
Mm-hmm.
one, where Kurat will be a part of it as well, will be on July 3rd till July 15th. Yeah, if you have any questions, write in the comment section. If you have more questions with Kurat, And if you want to get coaching from Kurat, this is the right time. Just go to Get Fit with Kurat. Write in the comment section. I will personally respond. All the person that want to make a change for themselves, अपने लिए कुछ करना है, this is the right person to be in touch with. Yeah, Kurat. So thank you so much for such an amazing conversation. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I learned a lot about you. I learned that you have understood a lot of processes of NLP. That's very rare for anyone. And being so vulnerable towards it, being so open that yes, I went through this. Yes, I had these kind of flaws, and I worked on it. Yeah. So thank you so much, Kurat, once again. Take care of yourself, and hopefully talk to you soon. Allah
Inshallah.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.